Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Star Ocean, the second story R. Last episode, we cleared out Cross Cave and unlocked a brand new ability, the ability to summon in old characters from previous Star Ocean games to help us in combat after we fill up one of their gauges. After that, we got the decision to have a brand new party member join us, and so Celine, the spell-slinging bounty hunter, joined our group. She is a permanent addition to the party, meaning we only have 5 slots left to choose from. After that, we made our way here north to the city of Kurik, where we did just a little bit of backtracking to get the ability to pickpocket for an upcoming item. And so, in this episode, let's go ahead and head on into Kurik so I can show off exactly what we're going to be stealing. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we've already got everything set up to pickpocket. Let's go ahead and just head inside the city of Kurik. And upon coming in here, make sure you save your game. If you're going for this pickpocket strategy, this is extremely important. Make sure you have a backup save that you can load from. Past that, we can safely head into this house right here. And in here, there will be an item right here, the Lyre. This is a key item that we'll be able to use a little bit later. And with that done, we can go ahead and exit out of the house and make our way over to the very important path action. Or the private action. I don't know why I'm calling it path actions. Is there another game that there's path actions in? I'm not sure, but the private action will take place right here. If you are going to save scum to steal the item, I recommend you just run down here, click Y, it saves you just a little bit of time, and you'll automatically be thrown into the path action. Make sure if you want to do this, and just make sure if you're playing this in general, you view this path action, do not progress any further towards that boat. What we're going to do instead is I'm just going to come a little bit back here, switch over to private action mode. This is just to see it, and that grouping of people is where you want to go. So let's go ahead and approach.
Residents of Kurik, you must leave this town at once. A great storm of destruction is on its way towards Kurik at this very moment.
Claude, what's going on?
Hey there, Rena.
This woman was just shouting some nonsense.
She's claiming that Kurik is about to be completely destroyed, and the only way to survive is to get out of town right now.
Well, that's silly. How could that possibly happen?
There is still time to act. Please, you must begin evacuating at once. There is not much time left, I beg you. Please, you must believe me.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Poor girl. Something must have gone loose in her head.
So there we go. That is the path action or the private action completed. Now, the reason you want to view this is not only to get the item, but also because this private action is one of a couple different private actions that is actually tied to not only the secret ending, but also a secret final boss. So if you do not view this right now, you will miss out on the true ending. So please make sure you talk to her, even if you do not plan to steal her item. Past that, you can interact with her, but she doesn't really do anything else. And before you leave your private action, if you're going for the pickpocket strategy, come over here, press the left bumper, and what you want to steal is this Sprite's bracelet. You can see we have 3 tries, and there's a 15% chance to steal it. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. That is insane. I got that first try. So, to give you guys an idea, I actually did this off camera because I figured it would take a while. And off camera, it probably took me like 10 resets to get that. I got that first try. I don't even have to reload my backup save. But there we go. That's the item we wanted. Past that, you can just go ahead and leave the path action or the private action. If you want to, you can talk to her some more. But if you go back into it, she will be gone. So that is your one and only chance to get that. Now, we can talk about the item we just grabbed. This is, I believe I want to swap it out for, I think it was you I wanted to give it to. But that is the Sprite's bracelet. essentially, you have a chance to obtain items while walking around. So just while you play the game, there is a chance you will take items and just pick them up. Very similar to like pickup in Pokemon, except they're going to automatically be added to your inventory. You won't have to like come claim them or anything. I'm actually going to give it to Celine. There we go. The only downside is you do get a weakness to earth attacks, but that can be pretty easily avoided. But that is the Sprite's Bracelet, one of a couple different items we can steal pretty early on in the game that are very impactful. After that, we're going to go ahead and head over here. We're going to head on back. Now that, see, we just are getting things as we're walking around. It might get annoying seeing them pop up. I don't actually know if there's a way to turn it off, but we're just going to be picking up items as we go. We're going to head in here to the item shop, and in here there's another key item we want to purchase if we have the money for it. This harmonica. It can be used with music and orchestra abilities, so make sure to pick this up while you're here. There we go. That's 2 key items grabbed already in this episode. And finally, before we do anything else, we're going to go ahead and head over here. Head inside the guild hall. And we have some brand new guild quests we can pick up. We'll go ahead and just grab all of these first, and then we'll talk about them here in a second. And there we go. So, we can go ahead and go to our missions, pick up our challenge missions real quick. And then our guild missions. So, we have a few new ones to do. We'll go ahead and start with the number 1s because these are new abilities. Learn the item creation skill Art. It can be learned once sketching and aesthetics reach level 1. So all you have to do is learn to be able to create art. Learn the item creation skill Writing. All you have to do is get penmanship to level 1. And customization. Learn the item creation skill Customization. It can be learned once Eye for Detail, aesthetic design, and smithing skills reach level 1. So if you want to have a really easy time doing this, go ahead, hop into Improve. And all you're going to do is look for anything that gives you, or that only requires 1 SP. So for instance, I see here, this uses 1 SP, the mental science, we'll pick that up. 1 SP here. We're looking for 1 SP, but also the level, we just want it to be level 1. There's no reason to go any further past that. So right there, we got train. We don't really care about train right now. There's writing. We did need that. We can keep picking some more up. There's music. Don't need that right now. There's scouting, don't need that right now, but it is level 1. Herbology, we don't need appraising right now, or compounding right now, or survival right now. And then we can grab sketching. There's our art skill. Whistling. And grab machinery and operation. With that done, you can do that on every character if you want to. We can see we've completed the writing and art missions. Now all we need is the customization mission 1, which is going to be Eye for Detail, aesthetic design, and smithing. I think that was one of the ones I didn't grab. Yeah, aesthetic design, we'll grab that. There we go. We have learned all 3 of the ones we need to complete these level 1 missions right here. We'll just have to submit those here in a second. Then we have the writing, art, and customization level 2 missions, which will actually require us to use it. Past that, we also have the crafting mission 2. Use a kit in crafting to make a storm ring. So if we go over to our crafting, we need to make a storm ring. What do we require? Use a kit to, unavailable at lower than suitable level. What level do... Oh, you can see we need level 3. So we got to get somebody up to crafting level 3. Celine is probably our best option. Am I going to be able to get anything up to level 3, though? Yep, pretty easily, actually. There's level 3 crafting for Celine. We'll go ahead and head on over to crafting. And using Celine, we can make our storm ring. There we go. This is a 15% chance of keeping items upon use. That's actually not bad at all. And finally, we can get into our new skills. We're going to hold off. I'm not going to explain the other ones until we require skills that make us use these ICs. Same with these music, trained. Actually, I can just show this off because these are things you just turn on and off. So, survival, the higher the skill level, the greater the discovery rate of items. This is the same thing as the ring we just picked up. So while we move around, we'll pick up items. Simply set the skill to on to obtain icy materials like ingredients, ores, and herbs. Always have this on. It's going to be super easy, just like the item we picked up. Scouting allows the encounter rate to be adjusted. The higher the skill level, the more enemies will appear when using Look for Enemies. making it easier to do consecutive battles, while avoid enemies also becomes more effective. Look for enemies is great for earning XP, while avoid enemies is useful for getting through areas quickly, so use both as the situation merits. Essentially, you can make it so that way you can try to find more enemies, avoid enemies, or do nothing. I'm going to keep that as nothing, at least for the time being. Then we have music. Use feather pins to compose songs, then perform them with instruments to provide party with beneficial effects. The higher the skill level, the greater the effect of the song. The songs composed and their effects may depend on the instruments you own. Effects are only active while the music is playing. Instruments are sold at shops, cannot be used at the same time as orchestra. We're not really going to worry too much about this. First off, we need feather pins, and I don't have a single one. But essentially, you can make buff songs that can play. Finally is train. Gain more EXP in exchange for lowered attack, int, and defense. The higher the skill level, the greater the experience gain and stat decrease. Using conduction with enemy scout, music, cooking, and scouting to earn XP efficiently. So essentially, if we wanted to get more XP, we would currently get a 50% EXP buff to Rena because we are level 5 in training. However, she would take a massive drop in attack, defense, and int, so we're just not going to worry about that right now. Past that, our next one is we'll just go down the list. We'll actually start with art because it's easiest. Use art to make a portrait A. We need magic canvas in the create portrait. So we're going to make portrait A here. Go ahead and hop into art. Create paintings and sculptures with various special effects. The higher the skill level, the greater the chance of success. Create paintings or cards for use in battle to get an edge over foes. You can also make portraits to view illustrations of the characters in the game. All we need is portrait A, so we're going to go to portrait. We'll go ahead and create. I have a good amount of magic canvases, so let's see if we just get lucky here. It's same with crafting. There's a chance you don't get what you need, like that's portrait C. We don't want that.
Here goes.
There's a failure. We don't want that. We probably should have save scummed this. There we go. That is portrait A, just a portrait of Claude there, which will complete that guild mission. Next up, we have writing mission 2. Use writing to make a wall of the souls. So we'll go over back here. Writing. Create guidebooks that improve other IC and specialty skills. More guidebooks can be made when the skill in question reaches a certain level. Use writing when you want to conserve SP or lack the SP needed to level up an IC or specialty skill. So essentially, when you create a Walls of the Soul and then use it, you'll get a level 1 increase to mental science. We probably won't do too much here, but we'll see if we use it later. So for now, let's go ahead and make a Walls of the Souls. It is a 100% success rate. So there we go. And the last one we're going to do for now is going to be customization mission 2. Use customization to make a flame sword. You can do so with a long sword or other sword with low attack and a ruby. I'll provide the materials. So we'll go to customization, and essentially you can just make your weapons into stronger, harder hitting versions of weapons. Like, we don't really have anything we can make with Rena here. Oh, I have to use... Okay, we gotta use Claude for this. So let's go back in here. Customization was through... An easy way to do it is just to look for any skills that have customization over on the relevant IC/specialty. And you need to have at least level 1 in all of those in order to get it. So there we go. We get customization for him. Let's go back to customization and longsword plus ruby equals
We can handle this.
a flame sword. This is how you get some of the strongest weapons in the game. We also got a plus on it. Oh, that sucks, the factor. So we get fire elemental attack. It's a really strong sword, 160 attack, but unfortunately it increases our int, which is so not good for Claude here. We really didn't need it. We could even go further past that. Like if we wanted to change it to something else, we could use more ore on the flame sword to level it up. But that is all we needed to do for our guild mission, so we won't go any more in depth on that for the time being. I'm going to throw that flame sword on. It is a 100 increase to our attack. Insane how strong it is. Is there anything I could do with... I have no other rods and I have no other brass knuckles, so... Fortunately, can't increase anything there. Go ahead and just grab this for some hotcakes and sashimi. And we'll come back over to the Guildmaster. And let's report everything. We get some iron, gold, and silver for customization. We get 5 fountain pens for writing, 5 magic canvas for art, a formation manual wealth for customization mission 2, 10 flare bombs for crafting mission 2, and the formation manual flee for writing mission 2. And nothing else to report. And also, no new quests we can pick up. So, we got those. We'll go quickly grab our missions real quick. We can go to our tactics, and we've talked about this before. The party, not the party formation, the formation. There's different formations we can do that impact our bonuses. So, for example, if we want to do square shift, we will increase our accuracy, our evasion, and get super armor, which means we won't be interrupted while casting a spell. We also just got access to free flight and escape shift. Free flight increases XP and received full. Very, very strong, especially if you're grinding. Honestly, I might just keep that on for a long time. And then finally, escape shift just makes it so you can avoid enemies easier, and there's a chance to not consume items. I really like free flight because increased XP by 50% right now is really strong. And the last thing we can do is, if we wanted to, we could come in here and spend our BP here. Just go ahead and clear all that out for Celine. Did we not clear it all out for Celine? Does anybody else have stuff? I guess it just won't go away because we have so much. We got Silence for Rena, Meteor Palm for Claude there, Laser Beams, Energy Arrow. Let's just clear all that out. And we're not going to get into appraising, compounding, or machinist at the moment because the guild will actually teach us about that. So, with all of those guild missions done, just be ready. Anytime we go to a new town, there are a ton of guild missions to do. We're going to go ahead and head up this way. We're still not going to progress the main story just yet, because up here at the top is a lighthouse we can look at. And this is another unique spot, the Old Lighthouse, a lighthouse that overlooks Kuruk. The view from the top is said to be superb, but with the interior completely off limits, no one can verify if this is true. And from that, we will get 500 XP, getting us to level 13 on Rena and Celine, and a Lunar Talisman Plus. We're just going to be picking up a bunch of this stuff as we go. There might be a way to turn notifications off. I'll check between episodes. We can go ahead and head into this equipment shop where we can actually get new gear for Rena. We have the Sinclair, but it's not as good as the Fire Sword we just made. We also pick up Hard Knuckles, which is better. We'll just go ahead and grab it. There's not a reason to grab anything else here. This will increase my attack for Rena by a good bit. And now we can just utilize customization, see if I can make anything with brass knuckles. Let's try just using iron here. It's 100% success rate. I got lady fingers from that. Okay. Sure. How did real brass knuckles and iron turn into food? No clue. We'll go ahead and keep running up here. And then over to the right, we can find... Oh, go back inside. Just barely clipped the door there. We'll get a seafood. And we can grab grains. I don't think there's much else here. I don't think so. No, there's definitely another one in there. I see it. I saw it as I was walking out. It's behind the chef. Yep. Come here. And there we go, some vegetables. Let me out. You can fish here in town, but we're not going to get into too much fishing. There's not a purpose for it right now. Instead, I think it's like right over here. Yeah, we could fish right here if we wanted to. Instead, let's go ahead and just talk to the boat captain. You can see, you can pickpocket from anybody. There are some good items you can get, but I would do it very sparingly. You can lose a lot of friendship if you just try to pickpocket everybody. At the very least, try to wait until there's certain items you really want, or until you've maxed out friendship and can kind of navigate it a little bit better. All right, Captain, we need to get taken across the sea.
You getting on? I'll need to see a permit, please.
Do you mean this?
Well, I'll be damned. You actually got a real travel permit.
Well, naturally. We received it from the king himself.
Wow, I would have never guessed from the way you look.
So when is this ship departing?
We'll be shoving off whenever they finish loading the cargo.
Oh, not too long then.
I can't be too sure of that. Tell you what, we'll wait up for you. So why don't you come back later? You know, poke around town a bit.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and wander around town for a little bit and get a little event as we go down south.
We have some free time before they depart. How about we have a seat on that bench and get some rest?
He just came out of nowhere. Are you all right, Rena?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He just came out of nowhere. That was really rude of him. He could have at least apologized.
Huh?
What's wrong, Rena?
I can't find my wallet anywhere.
What?
Are you serious?
That kid must have stolen it.
I don't know. I might have dropped it somewhere.
If that kid was behind it, we will definitely need to teach him a lesson.
We need to find that kid first. What did he look like again?
He was pretty small, and I think he had blue hair.
That sounds about right to me.
All right, let's have a look around town.
All right, gotta find the little pickpocket, but first, come over to this fountain. Make sure you fish up what's in here. We should get a shrimp. Perfect. And then head back over here. We're gonna ignore those kids for now unless it sucks me in. And take a second to fish this up as well. This should be the witch Saba. This one's the shrimp bit immediately. I actually wasn't ready for them to bite. There we go. And 7-star sardine. That is not what I was going for, but that is a gold crown. I'm still looking for that witch Saba. There we go. I might have to give it a couple attempts here. Those are spectacles. Let me go one more attempt, and then I'll just come back once I've caught it. Come on, I see the big fish. I don't care about you, little fish. Bite the rod. That's another mackerel. Oh, no, that's the witch Saba. Perfect. We can go ahead and just leave here now. I don't know if you can get those later, but we're just going to pick those up now for a reason here in a bit. We'll go ahead and talk to the kids. Isn't that Kettle? He's the one who's always playing by himself. Kettle is usually playing by himself near the bar. All right, let's go ahead and check out the bar then. If he insists on stealing my money, Rena will punch him probably.
Ha! Finally got you.
What are you doing? Let me go!
How about you giving us back the wallet you stole first?
What are you talking about? I didn't steal no wallet.
Really now? You better not be lying.
Claude. It's okay if you don't know what we're talking about, but if you do know something about it, it would be really nice of you if you can tell us, okay? You know, if we don't have any money, then we'll be stuck here and we won't be able to continue our journey. You haven't seen any wallets lying around on the ground or anything, have you?
Whoa, you're traveling? But you didn't have enough money in your...
So it was you!
Don't scare him like that, Claude. Listen, we aren't angry at you, okay? Just tell us what you were gonna do with the money. Was there something you wanted to buy?
I can get anything I want already.
So why then?
I just wanted to play a trick on you.
Huh?
I'm not some sheltered rich kid, okay? I'm a big macho sailor and I can do anything I want. Guess I showed you, didn't I?
So that's why you stole the wallet?
Nobody ever wants to play with me. They think I'm too rich and stuck up to be with them.
Oh, brother.
Well, now I understand.
So, what are we going to do with this boy?
How about we get our wallet back for starters?
Here, I'm sorry.
Now, what next? I know. Why don't you guide us around Kuruk until our ship departs? I promise we won't tell on you.
Huh?
We're new in town, so we'd like someone who knows this place well to show us around. You know what I mean?
Good idea, Claude.
Need I remind you about sparing the rod?
So you want me to be your tour guide?
Could you?
Sure, I'll do it. It sounds like fun.
My name's Rena. What's yours?
Kettle.
And my name is Celine.
And I'm Claude. Good to meet you.
All right, off we go then.
You got it. Leave it to me.
I don't know why it kept his name as a question mark, question mark, question mark, when the other kids already told us his name.
Did you feel that?
Me? Not really.
So you might not have actually felt that. I didn't hear anything in my audio, but it's fun. I don't know if this is only on the Switch version of the game or if it's on... I don't know how they would do this on the PC version, but I'm sure the PlayStation version does the same thing. Your controllers actually vibrate. So right when they said that, my controller started vibrating. I believe it was basically to indicate an earthquake.
Oh, right. Hey, lady.
What is it, Kettle?
They call this place Fountain Square. Bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that, actually.
Well, wait till you hear this. Fountain Square is the busiest part of town. They've got a restaurant, a clothing store, and all kinds of other shops, too.
Wow, how nice. Do you play with your friends here, Kettle?
Well, anyway, that's Fountain Square. Let's go hit up some of those shops.
So we're going to go ahead and head down here. There are some path actions here. Oh, no, these are events. These are not path actions or private action. I need to say private action. These are temporary events, so just make sure you do these along the way. How about some crepes? Hey, Rena, let's have some crepes. Sure, we'll buy him a crepe. Thanks, guys. But I was going to pay for them. Don't worry about it. In fact, consider it a treat from me. Thanks, Rena. Kid, you should have seen me yesterday. It's delicious. I had so much money, I had 40,000 full that I wasted on a pair of gloves. Now I'm broke. How would you like some delicious ice cream? Hey, Rena, let's have some ice cream. Sure, we'll buy him ice cream. Could I have an orange sherbet, please? But I was gonna pay for them. Don't worry about it. Hope you like orange. Thanks. It's cold and delicious. And finally, we'll approach the two kids up here.
Kettle! Okay.
Hey kids, would you mind playing with Kettle for a while?
Kettle? Oh, man. I don't want to play with some rich kid.
Oh, come on, that's no reason to say no.
But that's what my mom told me. She said don't play with that rich kid.
My mommy said the same thing, too. But what does being rich have to do with who you play with?
Kettle's been wanting to play with all of you for a long time. Don't you think that's what's important?
Kettle? You really want to play with us?
Yeah, I do.
Then let's be friends. I always wanted to play with you, too.
I was kind of wondering what you were like too, Kettle.
Well, great. Come on, Kettle, go have some fun with them.
But what about you guys?
Don't worry about us. We've got to catch a ship to get on with our journey.
Thanks.
Kettle, over here!
Haha, yeah!
It's nice seeing children play together, isn't it?
I didn't realize you had a gentle side to you, Claude.
Actually, I'm more than a little surprised myself.
Anyway, we'd better get back to the business at hand.
Shall we get going?
So at this point in time, before you proceed up and talk to the boat captain, make sure you've gotten everything in this town. That includes the 2 different fish we got, both in the fountain and right there at the edge. That includes all the chests, most notably the 3 inside of the restaurant right over here, as well as the chest back at the entrance with the harmonica in it, or the lyre in it. And then also make sure you purchase the harmonica. Do all of that before you proceed forward. Oh, there's also the unique spot. Make sure you hit the unique spot up by the lighthouse as well. When you've done all of that, and you're sure you've done all that, I don't want to talk to this guy, I was just curious why he was getting angry. Go ahead and proceed back up to the boat captain, and let's hop aboard.
Hey, you again. I think we're about to shove off.
Oh, really?
Yep, sorry to keep you waiting. I got one more piece of cargo to load up, so if you got anything to buy or check up on one last time, go do it now.
All right.
All right, that at this point you're kind of stuck, because yeah, we don't really have time to go purchase anything. That was another shaking of the Joy-Cons right there.
There it is again! Ah! Help! Honey! Honey! We better find higher ground.
Yeah, that's it's kind of crazy. That, I mean, this went from 0 to 100 in quite literally 1 second. Run! Get up to the lighthouse! Run! Oh, I got some spectacles. Yeah, the town's gone. That's why we wanted to make sure to get everything. Remember that girl that was in the private action that was preaching about the end of the world and the town being destroyed? Yep. Yep, that happened.
Kettle, you're all right.
Hey, lady!
Where are your friends?
I could only find one of them.
Oh. What about your mother? Is she safe?
The lady of the house was out of town when the earthquake struck. She should be fine.
That's good to hear.
Hey, lady!
Yes?
I'm glad you're okay, too.
Well, thank you.
So I was thinking, if you were standing in the square, what was happening is, yes, the Earth was breaking apart, but also the Earth was just straight down, like going straight down into the ocean. Would you be okay? Or when the Earth hit the ocean, would like a big suction happen and then like rip you apart? I'm not sure. I think that's more science than this game thought of.
Oh, thank heavens you're safe, Captain.
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle, actually. But my crew's gone, save for that guy over there.
That was quite a shock, I have to say. That bizarre wind and then that horrible rumbling.
So what are you gonna do now?
A whole lot of nothing is what I'm gonna do. Can't do much without a ship. Let me give you a word of advice, though. You know I'm not the only way to get to L, right?
You're not?
Nope. First off, let me give you your royal travel permit back. Now take that permit with you to the Liqueur continent. If you ask the king over there nicely, I bet he can arrange for a ship to take you to L.
Liqueur.
Kind of out of your way, I know. But if you ask me, that's your best bet. You'll need to go through Harley first, though. That's a port city on the eastern edge of Cross.
To Harley first, then.
You'll know you're going the right way if you see a village called Mars. Korik's kind of out of the picture right now, so Mars is going to be the best place to stock up and get a good night's sleep before the voyage.
Mars. Okay.
You still seriously want to go to L after all this? You guys must be crazy.
in another Star Ocean game I played. By this point, I actually had like my whole team already set up. But we heard him. We need to head to the city of Harley, which, conveniently, we've already been to. But we have a pit stop along the way first, which is going to be the city of Mars. So let me go ahead. I don't want to fight you. We'll go ahead and head on to... I don't want to go to Harley yet. Oh, I forgot I have to do it this way. We will start here at Cross City. And we're just going to run out because we could start from Harley, but I'm actually worried it's going to, like, suck me into something that I don't want to do yet. Just to be clear, you cannot go to Harley yet. That is our final destination. Even if you go there now, you do have to still go to Mars. That's also conveniently, like, I'm pretty sure we wanted to go there anyway for Celine's quest line. Didn't she say something about, like, she couldn't translate a piece of paper when we found it during her, before we recruited her, so we needed to take it back to her home? Mars is her home, so we're going to be coming over here. We're actually going to have a good amount of stuff we can do here in Mars. We're going to have a private action as well as another way to break the game. So even if you did not grab the pickpocket gloves before this, let's say you just did not have the money, unlike the place we just went to, this other one isn't necessarily restricted. You can do this at any time. But if you do it really early, you can really break some of the characters. So we're going to try. We're going to try to see if we can get broken. Whether I use the broken thing at this stage in the game, maybe not. But I at least want to have the option to do it and show it off in case you guys do. So here we are. This is the city we're going to, the city of Mars. And once we're here, we're going to just immediately path action mode. There should be a path action for us right over here with Claude. There also is that little thing we want to view, but let's talk to Claude first.
What are you up to?
Oh, Rena. Nothing. Just looking at the sky.
Again? You were doing that over in Salva, too.
Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's cloudy. It's always something different, and that's why I never get tired of it. What kind of sky do you like most, Rena?
Huh? Me?
There's lots of different kinds, you know. A night sky filled with stars or a breathtaking sunset. Isn't there any that you like in particular?
Well...
This is a pretty big friendship question. All of these will raise the friendship. However, if you choose a dark sky full of twinkling stars, you'll get more friendship than the other two.
I like the starry sky the most. The millions of stars twinkling in the midst of darkness so deep that I feel like it could suck me right in. It's enough to make me dizzy. Sometimes I wonder if a few of them aren't going to fall out of the sky and land right next to me.
I know the feeling. Would you like to maybe go sky watching when we have a free night, Rena?
I'd love to. That sounds very nice.
And there we go. Our friendship level has changed. With that done, we can go back to normal mode. We have a couple things we want to grab. First off, we're going to come down here where we can interact with this unique spot. This is the Monument of Truth, a stone tablet that has been in Mars since ancient times. The glyphs upon it are said to reveal the underlying principles of symbology when deciphered. After that, we do get 500 XP, and Claude, who gets a new skill. Clyde is a different person in this game, gets Helmbreaker. We're going to go ahead and head into this house and head upstairs. This is actually Celine's home. I don't know if she's going to comment on it at all, but in here we can get a silk robe. Is that not better for anybody? I mean, I guess not, or it would have told me. Nothing else in here, so we're going to go ahead and head back downstairs. And then we're going to head into the equipment shop, where we can find a couple better pieces of gear here as well. The equipment shop in this area is just the item shop. Let's go ahead and head on inside here. And, excuse me, I'm trying to buy items from you. In here, we can go ahead and look at weapons. We have the flame sword, but luckily we already crafted one. We also have the cestus and the ruby wand. Go ahead and pick up both of those if you can afford it for your characters. And then you can actually pick up some better armor. This is good for everybody, and I recommend you pick up the best you can. Grab these suede boots for Celine. We can grab the magical cap for Rena, and the open helmet for Claude there. Don't really need anything else. And we can go ahead, equip best, equip best, equip best. Perfect. Now, this is where we're going to break the game. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. What I'm going to be doing is coming over here and creating a backup save once more. Then I'm going to be coming up to this old man right here and pickpocket. Nope, is it not this old man? Are you not an old man? Are you not the old man? He might not be. It might be this one. There it is. We want to grab this goodie box. There is only a 10% chance of pickpocketing. You can see we failed there. We'll go ahead and try again. Pickpocketing failed. And try once more. Pickpocketing failed. Then we're just going to come in here, reload that save, and we're going to go till we get that goodie box. There's only a 10% chance. If you want to increase those odds, you can hop in here and do poker face or... What's the other one? Did I miss it? No, courage right here. We'll grab courage, and we can grab... I think I have enough for one more poker face. Pick that up. That gets our pickpocketing to level 4. Let's see if that changes the odds at all. 13%, so probably not good enough to be worth spending all your SP on. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and keep going until I grab it. It shouldn't honestly take more than like 5 to 10 minutes, so I'll see you guys once I get it. There we go. Second try of pickpocketing. Well, I've been at it for probably like 2 or 3 minutes, but second pickpocket attempt. With that, we'll go ahead and make sure we save our game one more time, because this goodie box is very interesting. You acquire 3 random items, and when I say random, I mean random. This has an insanely huge loot pool to pull from. You can see that we just got venomous stingers, conductor baton, and succubus perfume. We cannot equip the venomous stingers on anybody right now, and in fact, there's a chance you pull something that none of the characters you equip in your playthrough get. However, if you reload that save, you can come right back in here and open it again. For different items, you can do this over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to be at this for a while. I might do this between episodes, but let's see. Still didn't get anything we want, so instead, let me show off the other important things to steal here. This is really what breaks the game, but you can get a couple of other things. So we're looking for a fairy tear. Fairy tear is another good item around here. It's not really necessarily worth it. Like, it has a really small chance to be stolen. Probably don't just waste all your friendship trying to do it. 1,000 full. Nothing there. Nothing there. They might be in a house as well. Is it the same guy? No, okay. They might be in a house. Let me check in here as well. Nope. Nope. And nope. Go ahead and head upstairs. It might be in one of the guests as well. Nobody's staying here just yet. Let me go ahead and run around and see if I can find this person real quick. I found it. It's in this house right here, but you actually can't get in here without progressing the story a lot. It's the fairy tear. What it does is it actually converts spell damage back to MP, which is pretty solid to throw on either Rena or on Celine, but we're not going to worry about that right now. For now, let's go ahead and just keep resetting until we get some items we're looking for out of our goodie box. All right, we got the Force Sword. Now, this isn't what I was going for, but it's worth pointing out. This will increase your attack by 748. Yup. It's really good. Like, really good. I'm not going to equip it yet because it's really broken. I do want to make one more save, though, because I want to see if we can get something even better. I pulled fanfic, ? And leather armor. I don't know exactly what this does. I now pulled fanfic winky face. It has no effect. Also, it came with the leather whip and wonder drug. I can't make this up. This was my final one. I said I was doing 10 more, counted to 10, and then was like, okay, well, this is my final one. We pulled a Cestus of Poison, a weird helmet, and a Sword of Marvels. Let's take a look at that, shall we? The Cestus of Poison. You know what? Let's just go check it out here. The weird helmet. Can anybody equip that, actually? It's not great. But the Cestus of Poison increases Rena's attack by 440 and her int by 60. I quite literally could not have asked for a better 3 pull, because this is the weapon you want to go for. This is the best weapon you can pull in this box. The Sword of Marvels adds 940 attack power to Claude, and his attacks are guaranteed to hit. This took me about 5 minutes. If you are playing as Claude, not if you started Rena's story and are playing as Claude, but if you started on Claude's story, I recommend you try to pull for a good weapon for Claude. The upcoming dungeon will see Claude by himself if you chose him, and it is best to have him as strong as possible. I do not plan on using the Sword of Marvels, and I'll do you one even better. This is not even the most broken weapon we can get. At this point going forward, whoever is your customization person, specifically Claude, I recommend you either go into the customization skill or hold off on using any more of his SP, because he can become even more broken. If you want to, throw on whatever items you got. I think this is absolutely too broken for the game. I will not be using these until I'm like at a more reasonable level and have more reasonable gear. But I was going for the Sword of Marvels, and I can't believe I also pulled the Cestus of Poison. That is wild. I am for sure going to go ahead and throw a save down. And with that done, we only have a little bit more we can do. Nope, I can't equip that right now. Nope, can't equip that right now. At this point, if we proceed any further, we will be thrown into one of the few times in this game that our party will be split up. You will have 2 different scenarios. One, if you chose to play as Claude, and one, if you chose to play as Rena. So, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we'll go ahead, walk in the house, meet a person that's been mentioned, but who will be very important for Rena's story, and then get on with Rena's own mission. I will see you guys then.